Overnight, for the first time in more than 2 years, you'll have the chance to see a full blood worm moon.
This is a total lunar eclipse, which is when the moon, earth, sun all align right in that order. The so-called blood moon will be visible for about an hour, starting just before 2:30 tomorrow morning. So set your alarms. The best time will be between closer to 3. Experts say you don't need eclipse glasses either. It's a lunar eclipse, not necessary. Chris joins us right now. You're very excited about this.
I'm so excited. Yeah, and if you wear glasses, you're going to be tripping over things.
Yeah,
that's how you want to start your day.
Miss it, actually.
And the wide window is technically 1 to 4:47. But I've been telling people that maybe don't want to be up at that hour.
Right.
Set your alarm for 2:45. Go out there around 3 o'clock, and that's where you're going to see the maximum.
As if that's a more desirable hour.
It is, though.
But you just need to see it only for a few minutes, and then you can go back to bed.
Picture it out your window, your bedroom window.
Because seriously, if maybe people aren't as into these things, and I think that's absolutely true compared to my liking of it, but you're not going to see a show like this until June 2029. So just put that in perspective.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
if all of a sudden you're like, man, I really wish you could see a red moon.
Right.
Well, this is for you, as people say all the time, right? So 2:26 to the 3:31 is the exact 65-minute period that we're going to have the most red, but it's technically 2:58 to 2:59 that we have the maximum. And it's called a blood moon, but technically, I think the way things are going to set up, it's going to look a little bit more orangey than red. If we had a little bit more moisture, it'd be definitely more in the deeper red. So it just depends on what's in the atmosphere, what we see here at the surface, and then officially the partial eclipse where we can just physically see a little bit of the shadow on the moon. That ends at 4:47. But what about the clouds? If you look out your window right now, it doesn't look all that great. Well, here's the good news. We don't see any clouds here on the map. Temperature is actually very mild. Once you get to right around that eclipse peak at 2:58 a.m. on your Friday morning, temperatures in the mid-40s, 50s. That's nice, right? And you should see some clouds starting to move through. You don't really have anything. Sun pops up around Greensboro right as the eclipse is coming to an end. So perfect visibility for you. Even though you didn't see a lot, I still do see a chance for a few upper level clouds. That's not going to obscure anything. If not, it actually might make the moon look a little bit more vibrant than otherwise it would have. Off in the distance, you can see those thicker clouds. Depends where you are. We either have upper level clouds where you see some blue sky, or some thicker mid-level clouds as you're seeing here. These are technically stratus clouds. They stretch across the sky a little bit more. High temperatures in the mid to the upper 70s, not too shabby. And then tomorrow, mid-70s. I think we see a little bit more sunshine, less cloud cover compared to what we have today. And then moving ahead into the weekend, Saturday is my day, but even Saturday has a few caveats, and that's a few warning signs, and that's because of the winds. And then once you get to about Sunday, that's where we have all hands on deck for that storm potential. So number one, Saturday is going to be a very windy day. Starting off in the morning, I think you have wind gusts up to about 15, 20 miles per hour. This could be up to about 30 miles per hour during your Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening. So say if you're going to that Charlotte FC game, I think you're rain free for the game, but winds are going to be howling out of the south, which is a nice warmer direction. And check out what happens as you head into your Sunday. Notice all these greens and reds and oranges. This is 7 a.m. Picking up that we have a line of thunderstorms starting to press in. Yep, that is the main event. So looking forward, our futurecast showing those clouds are going to clear out. We don't really have a lot of activity until you get to your Sunday morning, but we're already seeing signs of this storm system being a powerful, epic batch of thunderstorms. And this is Friday. Notice as we go into your Saturday, you start to see that shift a little bit closer to home. And I want to iron this out a little bit more detail. These technically go from 8 a.m. one day to 8 a.m. the next. So this is what it would look like for at least the end of the time frame, showing that even our western zones are going to have a chance for a very strong thunderstorm before the sun even rises up. It passes the Charlotte area right around 7 o'clock, and then likely we'll have a new outlook that'll extend for the eastern side of the Carolinas. So technically the storm system right now looks to be its weakest as it's crossing the I-77 corridor, but it'll start to intensify pretty quickly once that sun rises up about 7 to 8 o'clock. So the timing still could change a lot. You just have to know you have to be weather alert really for the first half of your Sunday. It will still be windy for the afternoon, but things start to improve. This cold front will chill us down back to the 60s on Monday, but we waste no time venturing back to the 70s on Tuesday and Wednesday.